Are you just existing? Are you going through the motions of life without a true sense of purpose? If you were to die tomorrow, what would be your biggest regret? Would it be, oh, you didn't clean your house that morning, you didn't mow the grass, or pull every last weed in your garden? Or would you have bigger regrets? Have you been held back by fear, pain, or something else? When we're young, we don't give this a second thought. We're all about having fun and getting passing grades in school and moving out. But as we get older, we realize that we don't have an infinite amount of time here. We're all living on a time limit. Everyone's is different, but we won't be here forever. I'm Mark Rakowski, and I thought I had lived a fairly full life, despite my traumas, until I took a closer look. I realized I had so many talents and passions like painting, knitting, sewing, cooking, gardening, and photography, reading, and now writing too. But I began to question, what would I leave behind when I'm gone? What would be my legacy? How would people remember me? Painting was meant to be my legacy, with the artwork being left behind for folks to enjoy, but unfortunately, a wrist injury prevented me from pursuing that. Life is full of surprises. I thought my other talents could become my legacy, but deep down inside, I knew they weren't my true passion. Losing painting took away part of my identity, and I struggled with that for a very long time. Eventually, I had to reinvent myself. But then something shifted. I remembered the traumas I had experienced, and I knew I wasn't alone. Other women have gone through similar ordeals, and no one has taught us how to heal from that pain, how to let go of those haunting memories and emotions. Sure, we bury them and go through the motions of what's expected of us in life, but we're never truly free. I tried countless therapies, desperately seeking for healing, but nothing sustained long-term relief until I came across Aroma Freedom Technique. Aroma Freedom Technique became my calling, my purpose for living, and the legacy I wanted to leave behind. No, I'm not talking about a monetary legacy, although that would be nice, but my legacy is more than money. You see, a parent living in pain, shame, guilt, anger, and regret creates that in their children. They can't help but do that because that's how they perceive the world. Now, I know many of you don't know what Aroma Freedom is, or perhaps have a distrust in something new, but this was actually created by a licensed psychologist with over 20 years of experience. Let me just say this: all new things, medications and therapies included, go through years and years of testing and anecdotal testimonials before the medical profession even wants to think about them, let alone admit that they work. Case in point, I know firsthand that stem cell therapy works, but it is still considered experimental. That's why insurance companies don't have to cover it. It's expensive. Think about Christopher Reeves, who so desperately needed stem cell therapy, wanted to use his own stem cells, but all of his requests were denied. Now we can get stem cell therapy whenever we ask for it, as long as we are willing to pay for it. So even though aroma freedom works, the world is just now beginning to accept that essential oils can be calming. It will be a while before they accept that they can actually calm and change our emotional reactions to memories. That science is being studied now. But I know this to be true. There are thousands of us who have benefited from aroma freedom technique. Now, back to my story. I wanted to be remembered as someone who changed lives for the better. And the legacy became something even bigger. Not only was I changing their lives, but also their children's lives, because a parent who lives in joy creates more joy for their children and grandchildren. With Aroma Freedom, I not only helped myself on this journey of healing, because, well, let's face it, we are all works in progress, but I also helped countless women rediscover their purpose, find their joy, and reclaim their reasons for living. And they are now able to transfer that joy and purpose to their children. If you would like to learn more about Aroma Freedom Technique and how it could be a wonderful option for you, please don't hesitate to contact me. I offer a free call, either by telephone or Zoom, depending on where you live. There's no obligation to buy anything. It's just an opportunity for us to discuss what Aroma Freedom is and how it may fit into your life. And then it's up to you to decide if it's the right path for you. Contact me now at hello@margrakowski.com. That's hello, HELLO, at Marg Rakowski, MARGRECOSKIE.com, and take the first step towards finding your purpose, your joy, and your healing. I'm waiting for you. I see you. I hear you. I care.